Howdy folks, today is my October reading wrap up. This month this month and last month I've been kind of in a reading slump, but I did read 3 books, so I'll get to those in a second. I did in fact just wash my hair, so just don't mind the way it looks because it's a little wonky, but I had 2 of the 3 books I read are like really good and I love them. So first is All In. I guess I haven't talked about this yet. I feel like I've talked about it a million times. This is a fantastic book. It's the 3rd book in the Natural series. It's so good. I loved it. I can't wait to read the last book. I wish there were more. This is about the 5 kids that work for the FBI. I've talked about it before, so yeah. This was super good. It was about, what's her name? Sloane. It was like her story. And yeah, it was just really good and I loved it, and the whole adventure and stuff was really good. As I keep saying, how many times do I need to say it was really good for you to understand? Next I read The Silent Patient by Alex Michalad. I don't know how to spell. I probably don't know how to spell it either, but I don't know how to say his last name. This is an adult psychological thriller, kind of. It was pretty good. Not my favorite, and there was a lot of language and like weird talk. Didn't love it. Didn't love the morals, but the overall story was pretty good. It was like mind-bending a little. Not bending. I don't know. Mind-boggling, I guess. And I didn't really guess it. Like, I kind of guessed a little portion of it, but not like the whole story. Because there was like this much going on, and I guessed this much. So it was pretty good. It's about a newlywed, I think. No, I think it's been like 7 years. They've been married for 7 years. And they go to this chapel. Yeah, it's like a old chapel that was turned into a rentable place to stay, I guess. So they go there, and it's kind of creepy. There's a little odd things going on, and then it's kind of crazy and insane. It was pretty good. Not my absolute favorite, but it was pretty good. Lastly, I read The Island by Natasha Preston, and I loved this book. The beginning, teeny bit slow, but it's like, that's always how it is for me getting into a new book. This is about 11 influencers getting invited to a billionaire's private island that has a new amusement park on it, as you can tell. And they're like supposed to vlog and stuff and promote his new island. And then somebody goes missing, and then other people go missing, and then people start dying. So this was super good. I did kind of guess things, but like barely. Like, it was kind of like, stop saying like. I kind of did guess it. So the reveal was a little underwhelming, but it was still good. And these are YA thrillers, her books. What was I saying? Oh yeah. They're not like the most exciting, thrilling, like unpredictable things ever, but they're really good and really fast paced. I read The Fear by her. It's up there. I'm not kidding it. That one was super good. The plot twist, didn't really guess that. I didn't guess that one. This one I kind of guessed because I'm starting to get used to how people write mysteries since I've read like 6 or 7 in a row now. So I'm starting to get used to how people write them and like how she writes them. And I guessed it. And I've started to, as soon as like the main character meets the other people, I like try and guess exactly, like guess who it is with no context at all whatsoever. I did with somebody. So I did guess it on site, literally on site. I doubted it for like the entire time, but I did guess it. And I had some extremely like extreme suspicions, and like they gave hints about something else. And I was like, okay, I know what you're doing here. So yeah, this one was good. I love the cover too. It's so cool and like mysterious. So yeah. Okay, hopefully my head's in frame. I don't actually know, and I don't really care. Okay, on to audiobooks. The first one, I thought I've talked about these. I guess I haven't talked about these, but it feels like I've already talked about all of them. So the first one I read, I guess October felt long. I don't know. But I read or listened to the audiobook of The Champions by Cara Thomas. This one was pretty good. Didn't love the language, didn't love the things that happened in the book, but it was kind of similar to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, but it was a bunch of cheerleaders who died. And it was like a 5-year-old case, and some of the elements were the same, but that one was good. Not my absolute favorite. Don't really remember much because I guess that was, I don't know, that was at the beginning of October, and I feel like that was 2 months or 3 months ago, which is weird. The next book I read was A Torch Against the Night. This is the second book in the Ember and the Ashes series. This one was pretty good. It's a fantasy. 4.5 stars for me. It's by Sabah Tahir, if you were wondering. This one was really good. Okay, so unfortunately, I explained all this and my phone ran out of storage, so I was talking to nobody and nothing for a solid, 5 minutes. But we're gonna restart and do it again. Do you love my pants? They're so cute. So I was talking about A Torch Against the Night. It's the second book, and the first and second book are really good setup for the next two, and I can't wait to read those. Next, I read The Grandest Game, finally, by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I don't love this new thing that's going on. It's not bad. I just don't really care at all. But it's good. It still has Jameson Grayson and Avery and other people. And also, I'm stupid and explained Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney for The Silent Patient. So we're going to rewind because I forgot. This book is also a psychological thriller. This is about a woman who supposedly shoots her husband 6 times and then goes completely silent and doesn't talk for a couple years. The main character is a psychotherapist and he thinks he can crack her code. There's a lot of backstory. I kind of like it. There's a lot of timeline and stuff. It's really good. Don't love the language and the things they talk about sometimes, but overall, it was a good story. Then we have Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. This is about the couple that go to the, refurbished chapel or something. And, yeah, so I already explained that. Just switch the names of the books because I'm stupid. Next, I listened to We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. This is reminiscent on A Summer I Turned Pretty and If He Had Been With Me. It's good. Not my absolute favorite thing ever. The ending was flabbergasting, but kind of weird, but good. It was really good. And short. It's 6 hours if you're thinking of hours. I don't know how many chapters or book pages it is, but it was 6 hours, which is pretty short. I gave that one a 4 stars. Then I have Vow of Thieves. I didn't finish this one, but this is the second book in the Dance of Thieves duology by Mary E. Pearson. It's pretty good so far. I haven't finished it. Lastly, which is pretty good book, or my favorite of the audiobooks this month, is 5 Total Strangers by Natalie D. Richards, I think, but I could be reading that wrong because my handwriting is bad. So this is about 5 total strangers who their flights got canceled, I think, because of a snowstorm, and so they get in a car and go on a road trip, and they get into big trouble, and they have a whole lot of, there's a car chase and a whole bunch of crazy stuff. Then personal belongings start disappearing from each of the people in the car. And, yeah, it's really good. There's betrayal, craziness. I kind of guessed part of the ending before we fully got to the ending. I was like, oh, I kind of believe that. But, yeah. It was pretty good. That one was very good. These 2 books, though, and 5 Total Strangers, probably my favorites of the month. These were just fantastic. I'm definitely reading more than Natasha Preston, for sure, 100%. So good. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to come back next time. Hopefully I'll post more stuff more often, because I was in a reading slump. I don't know if I'm out of it. I'm not really, because also with school, I don't have a lot of time. I mean, I do, but not huge amounts. And I'm just on my phone too much, so that's a problem. But also, yeah. Look what I bought yesterday. Isn't he adorable? Literally so cute. The Jellycat, he was $10, which for a Jellycat's cheap, but look how small he is. Kind of crazy, but he's also an ornament. Absolutely love this guy so much. Happy November. The weather's kind of crazy in New York right now. It's going up and down and up and down. It was freezing for a week, and then it was 70s, 75. 75 is beautiful weather. 70s, fantastic. But then now it's cold again. Except it's not very cold. It's November. I feel like it should be quite a bit colder. I'm not complaining. I'm just thinking it's weird. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. See you next time. Cheers!